Hi. For a lot of you, the wait is finally over. Chainsaw Man is back. For me, it's only been a couple of weeks. The brand new chapter of Chainsaw Man released today on the Shonen Jump app. You can actually head over there right now and read it for free. But I thought, let's make a video talking about the new chapter, what went on, my thoughts and feelings, and some of the stuff I want to see going forward. Without further ado, let's go. So this new chapter of Chainsaw Man doesn't focus on our main character, Denji, and instead introduces a brand new character named Asa Mitaka. No idea if I've pronounced that right, but we're gonna roll with it. It follows her time in school, and her class has been tasked with raising the chicken devil within their class. This is super weird, and I don't really understand what's going on here, but alas. And after they've raised this chicken devil for 100 days, they're gonna have to kill it and eat it. And this is all a test that the teacher has given to the class to see how they react. Now, our new character, Mitaka, is pessimistic and quite hateful towards the world. She looks down upon the people in her class, she looks down upon Bucky, the chicken devil, and she also shows an obvious hatred for Chainsaw Man. She thinks that the city she lives in is corrupt and the current status of the world isn't where it should be. Chainsaw Man is mentioned that he's going around fighting devils on his own, and she's really not impressed by this. We see the class slowly adopting the chicken devil into one of their own. There's some really cool panels where the chicken devil is telling animal puns, much akin to that of like Morgana or Teddy from Persona, which is something I really liked. And all the while, our new main character is just looking at everyone in disgust at the fact that they're allowing this chicken devil to say and do as he pleases. So the day finally rolls around where the class have to kill and eat Bucky, but they decide altogether as a class that they're going to save him. And this is exactly what the teacher wanted. He wanted them to understand the importance of life, whether that be human life, chicken life, or devil life. And he was trying to teach them the lesson that life is important no matter where it's coming from. They all celebrate, they're all happy, they go outside to play football, and our main character, Mitaka, follows them. Whilst they're outside, the chicken devil jumps into Mitaka's arms and actually calls her by name, which is something that none of her classmates has ever done. And what she realizes from this is that she was just jealous of everybody. That's why she's spiteful and hateful towards them. And jealousy is a main topic in this chapter. She has a slight turn of heart, and as she walks towards the rest of the classmates, she trips, falls, and lands on Bucky, splitting him from head, well, he's headless, splitting him from neck to toe in half, and all of his guts are spilled out all over the floor. Mitaka is now the murderer of everyone's favorite classmate, the chicken devil. We have a couple of panels where she's reeling in her depression that she's murdered everyone's friend, and she's now looked at as the enemy of the entire class. While she's in her bedroom wishing for death, which is actually a very clear parallel to an earlier chapter with Denji, where he's kind of curled up in a ball with Pochita, which I thought was really freaking cool. She gets a knock on the door, and it's the class president who she had an earlier conversation with and her teacher, and they're going to visit Bucky's grave. But on the way, it's revealed that the class president has actually taken up a contract with the Justice Devil because she is having an affair with the teacher, and despite that, the teacher has eyes for our main character. And as she transforms into this once again malformed devil being, spouting the fact that everything bad in Mitaka's life has been all her fault, she tripped her over and ended up killing Bucky, and she's kind of been controlling Mitaka's life from the outside and making it a living hell. She transforms into this devil and then murders Mitaka in front of her eyes. In classic Chainsaw Man fashion, Mitaka's face gets sliced in half, everything kind of falls out. It's great. And as Mitaka's dying, she's realizing with her dying breath that she should have lived more selfishly, that she has regrets in her life. And it's at this moment where a new devil appears and strikes a contract with her. She comes back to life as the War Devil. And I'm assuming this is going to be our main antagonist for the first act of this series. After she's been reincarnated as the War Devil, she actually rips the head off of her teacher, draws out his spine as a sword, and begins to attack the Justice Devil. She cuts the Justice Devil's arm off and then transforms that into a hand grenade, which she uses to blow the Justice Devil to smithereens. And right at the end of the chapter, we see the War Devil looking at a poster of Chainsaw Man and stating that she's going to use Chainsaw Man to bring nuclear weapons back into the world. And that is Chainsaw Man Part 2, Chapter 1, or Chapter 98 overall. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy chapter. It was non-stop action, classic Fujimoto style of storytelling. We've got some deep undertones of depression, jealousy, and also a deep message of the sacredness of life, whether that be a devil, a human, or an animal. I think the two specifics here are devils and humans, because obviously this is Chainsaw Man. I think jealousy is going to be a really main part of this arc. We obviously see it throughout this chapter with the Justice Devil and also with our new main character. And bearing in mind, this arc is going to cover Denji going to school and it's going to reflect that of his coming of age kind of storyline. Jealousy is a really important part of any coming of age story. So I think it's going to focus heavily on jealousy, and jealousy of either others, but also acceptance of yourself, which is something that Chainsaw Man Part 1 also covered. We've also got some obvious hints to devil sympathizers in this chapter. The whole idea and message behind what the teacher has set for this class is that even though the chicken devil is a devil, they need to respect the fact that it's alive and respect its life in general. Now this to me screams out the idea of devil sympathizers, which I think we're going to see a lot more of, bearing in mind that Chainsaw Man, the Chainsaw Devil, is in the limelight in this universe. There's probably a lot of people that think devils are not all bad because of what he's done in the world currently. Obviously, the new antagonist, who I'm assuming is the antagonist, is the War Devil, which is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is a character type that I really wanted to see in this series. It's looking like we might delve a little bit deeper into that. We don't know the power scaling of the War Devil. We can see a little bit of their abilities. They can turn kind of anything into a weapon, which is freaking awesome. And we also can see a little bit of their motive. They want to bring nuclear weapons back into the world. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe when Makima explained what the Chainsaw Devil's abilities were at the end of Part 1, I believe she mentioned that nuclear weapons were an idea that the Chainsaw Devil had consumed and as a result removed from the world, because that's the Chainsaw Devil's ability. Now if that's true, how does the War Devil know what nuclear weapons are, and how did Makima know what nuclear weapons were? And is that why the War Devil is mentioning Chainsaw Man vomiting up the nuclear weapons? Because obviously he's already consumed them, if that makes sense. So we've seen the new villain or potential antagonist, their motives, and also their powers. And yeah, that pretty much does it for this chapter. I thought it was absolutely awesomely fast-paced with a really clear message in classic Fujimoto style, and it's given us more than enough to feed from to get excited for this new arc. Now I don't know when we're going to see Denji. I'm assuming they might save it for chapter 100, because obviously that's quite a big milestone. But I am looking forward to reading more of Chainsaw Man Part 2 and really delving deep into some of the themologies and ideas that it tackles. Let me know what you thought down below. Let's start a discussion about the brand new chapter, because I just want to hear your opinions, and that would be super dope. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as always. And if you want to buy any manga for yourself, links are down in the description to Forbidden Planet, Right Stuff, and Book Depository. You can buy anything off of those and support the channel. You'll also get a manga for yourself from some awesome websites. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.